So we have a very stressful job in that our job is to keep people alive to get them to a heart transplant, and I can assure you, much like her case was when we first met, or when we first talked, that it's not easy to keep someone alive, and it's not easy to find an organ. So the main limitation for heart transplants is not the availability of recipients, it's the availability of potential donors. And so it's trying to keep someone going and keep them alive and keep them in a shape where they could withstand what is, for all intents and purposes, a very major surgery. We have to keep them in good enough shape to be able to withstand that kind of surgery in a time frame where we can find an organ for them. And there's a lot of things that need to come together for a story like this to happen. And in Patti's case it did, but I wish I could say it happens in every case, but that's not the case. But we're working towards trying to make that as feasible as possible, and that's where the left ventricular assist device has dramatically changed the landscape, because it's allowed us the ability to stabilize someone who was extremely unstable. 15 years ago, Patti would never have survived this because we wouldn't have had this pump, and so she would not be here talking to us today. And so,
can you show me that pump real fast?
So this pump is actually comes from its concept is derived from the pumps that propel fuel forward in the space shuttle. So it's a kind of, whereas the rockets in the 80s gave us Tang, the shuttle program has given us baths.
You're futuristic now.
And so what this does is this sticks actually inside the heart and drains the blood directly from the left ventricle of the heart. And as a result, it then goes through this pump, which is basically like a turbine that continuously propels blood forward. And then this tube then connects up to her aorta, and that then all the blood that's coming out of this pump and being propelled forward goes out through the aorta to the rest of the body. And so essentially what we have is a heart in parallel. So this is what it would look like. So her heart is still in place, as opposed to a total artificial heart, where we take out their heart and put in a total new heart. In this case, this is what we call a left ventricular assist device, so we're assisting the heart. Her heart was in place throughout until her transplant. And in parallel to that heart, we were pumping. So she had both the